Union. A salute to the Air Force men of America.
You are about to see an actual mission flown in cooperation with the United States Air Force. All information, material, and incidents contained herein are now declassified. Headquarters, Air Research and Development Command, Andrews Air Force Base, Maryland. Special Order number 205, paragraph 1. Lieutenant Colonel Stevenson B. Canyon, serial number AO 041044, will proceed without delay to Air Force Flight Test Center, Edwards Air Force Base, California, reporting upon arrival to Commander thereat for approximately 30 days temporary duty to evaluate Project Zero elevation launch by order of the Commanding General.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Zero launching. Kind of an ominous sound.
That's right, sir. One of the great ideas in the history of aviation. Now, here's a jet airstrip of average size, 3 miles of runway. Took 2 years to build it, 1,000 construction workers, tons of cement, $50 million. Just the road this little thing needs to get off the ground.
I know, Steve.
Now, we still need jet airstrips. But if we could make this thing take off like this...
The oldest dream in the Air Force.
It's no longer a dream, General. There it is. Zell. From this, we can shoot a plane into the air like a slingshot. We hang a booster on the plane, platform aims it, the booster boosts it, and 6 seconds later, the booster comes off.
Okay, Steve, okay.
We can put a plane on a truck, drive it wherever we like, and launch it. With this thing, we can launch from anywhere. We can use somebody's backyard for a takeoff airstrip. We can push it.
Steve, I'm not fighting you on the importance of this thing. I'm not that blind. All I'm asking is how far along is it?
Well, the big mock-up we launched today, 30,000 pounds of concrete and steel. Same size as the F-100. We got it up okay, but it looped on us. Something was wrong with the angle of attack. We make a few minor adjustments, and we got it.
How long will all this take?
2 weeks, 3.
And after that, how long before you actually launch a plane?
That's impossible to say.
No, it's not impossible. I'll not only say it, I'll put it in writing. That's your completion date on this operation. I'm sorry, Steve. I take orders, too.
Brad? Steve. I gotta see you right away. No, right away. Okay, your place? Where is it? That's not far. Be right there.
You couldn't have picked a better time, Steve. I just figured out what was wrong this morning. Drop 600 pounds from the tail and we've got it. We'll start pouring another one tomorrow. I got a big bang after watching that monster go up this morning. Something happens to you when you finally see your brainchild going to work. I feel like about $8 million just dying to spend itself. How about a beer?
No, thanks.
We're about to make history. That's how I feel. This little baby was born and was educated over there. And we brung her up through 19,000 miles of red tape. And 8 months of talk and fight and sweat and blood. It's taken a long time. And it's going to take a lot more.
Oh, you're back.
This is Colonel Canyon, Mrs. Turton.
Good morning.
Morning. So you didn't get yourself killed today?
Mrs. Turton has been with me a long time.
Will it be breakfast or lunch?
I think we could stand some lunch, Colonel.
If it's not too much trouble,
Eggs?
that'd be fine.
Turn them over, sunny side, soft, medium, hard. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Why don't we just leave it to your exquisite discretion?
Decisions, decisions, decisions.
Mrs. Turton happens to be the worst cook in the country.
What's the use of cooking good for somebody that ain't going to be with us very long?
Well, Steve, I hope the Air Force liked what it saw this morning.
Brad, how'd it go? Did it work?
Well, it took a slight somersault.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me.
Oh, Colonel Canyon, my sister Rita.
How do you do?
How do you do?
What do you mean, a somersault?
Well, it took off like a beautiful little bird, then did the nicest half-gainer you've ever seen and came down flat on its backside. Just beautiful.
Well, no trouble with the booster.
No. Now, look. In about a week, we'll put up another monster. A more accurate angle of attack this time, much closer to the F-100.
How many of these do you figure on before we finally launch a plane?
Well, we put up 2. Next comes number 3, then 4, then 5, then we put up the plane.
That'll be 3 too many.
In about 8 weeks... What'd you say?
In case you've been wondering what the general's doing here, he's the man with the axe.
Give it to me slowly.
They won't give us 8 more weeks to launch a plane. If we don't get it up in a hurry, we'll never get it up.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you can't skip stages 3, 4, and 5 and get to 6 right away, the Air Force will have to lower the boom.
Why?
No more money.
Money.
The green stuff. It grows on trees, but we get just so much of it to spend.
How much time can you give us?
1 week.
1 week?
That's the word.
Well, you worked 3 years on a project, then because of 8 weeks, you throw it. All right. Look, we cut out stages 3, 4, and 5. We put the plane up next.
Breakfast.
I'll be glad to fly the plane.
You fly the plane.
You? My brother rides this project for 2 years, breaks his back getting it this far, and you are going to take his plane up?
Well, I only meant...
Colonel, he ain't going to let anybody else fly that airplane, particularly if they ain't ready. He ain't going to let anybody else get killed. If anybody gets killed, it's going to be him.
Oh, now, Mrs. Turton, please, nobody's going to get killed. After 12 years as a test pilot, my brother knows how to fly an airplane.
He'll get killed.
She talks this way because she's heartless. She doesn't care enough about anybody to worry if they get killed or not.
That's right.
See?
And you don't worry because you figure he's too smart to get killed.
That's right.
See? I'm heartless and she's dumb. Go ahead. Eat a hearty meal.
Say, Steve, you got 20 bucks?
Sure, what do you need it for now?
Hang on to it. I'll need it when I get down.
Good luck, Brad.
Stay on channel 17 till we call you. Good luck, Brad.
Brad to Canyon.
This is Steve.
Engine okay. I'm elevated.
Roger. Let's go over it again.
We'll give you a call when the booster is hot. Start your afterburner then.
Let us know when you get a green light. We'll give you a 10-second countdown.
As soon as you're fired, you can start your count-up.
The booster will shear off 6 seconds after you're airborne. That's a lot of weight you're unloading, so be ready for the pitch.
Keep full afterburner power on so you're sure you've unloaded. Clear?
Yep.
Booster hot. Repeat, booster hot.
All personnel clear the area. All personnel clear the area.
Power at 100%. Lighting afterburner. Green light.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
Lots of drag.
Your booster won't come off.
What's the matter with it?
Must be the shear pin. Are you in control?
She's handling all right.
Get some altitude. Try to shake it loose.
No can do. I'll burn off some fuel and try and bring her in.
Hold it. The booster sticks below your gear. Your wheels will never touch the ground.
It's worth a try.
Wait a minute. Circle a field of 15,000. I'm coming up.
Brad, this is Steve.
On your right wing.
What's it look like?
I hate to tell you this, Brad, but it's not going to come off, and you can't land it that way, so get out of there.
There's an awful lot of airplane to smear all over the landscape, Colonel. I'm going to bring her in.
I worked too hard on this.
I send this baby loose, and then we'll give me another one.
Eject, Bradshaw, and that's an order.
Don't start giving orders to the civilians, Colonel.
Brad,
Yo. Brad, you've got to get killed if you bring that thing in.
I'll get you another plane.
You going to steal it from the Russians?
I'll get you another plane.
I hear you talking, but tomorrow you say, sorry, kid, I couldn't swing it, no plane.
I give you my word.
Okay, Colonel. Just remember, this project's the biggest thing in my life.
Then you won't mind sticking around to enjoy it.
All right, all set.
Helicopter standing by to pick you up.
Good luck, Brad.
Thanks a lot. Canopy coming off. Now.
Heads up, you got a 40-knot surface wind.
You want it to be easy?
Sure, it works. The operation was successful, but the patient died. Listen, Canyon, we cracked up a big, expensive plane out on that desert today. We're not going to kill another one.
But we got a supersonic plane into the air today without using a runway. All we need is one more chance.
You had your chance.
You ordered us to launch a plane off that truck in 1 week, and we did. What went wrong in the air. It was a fluke.
Canyon, get this and get this straight. I cannot give you another plane. That is final. The end. Curtain. I'm not going to hang around here listening to any more of this Boy Scout talk. I came here on orders. Those orders were to have a successful launching within a week. A successful launching. Headquarters isn't going to be interested in whether it happened in the air, under the sea, or 6 feet underground. They don't care whether it was a fluke, a freak, or a good red herring. It was a flop. And that's what my report will say, because that's the way it was.
General,
the interview is ended, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Steve?
Yes, sir.
You flew down here in an F-100, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Where's it now?
It's at the field, sir.
They got a pretty good runway there?
Yes, sir.
I hear it's terrible. They tell me it's full of holes, badly in need of repair, dangerous. There's not a rule in the book says you have to take off from a runway if the runway's bad. It's your plane. But you tried without a runway.
Thank you, sir.
You stand there looking at me like I'm an idiot. Say it.
Say what?
I had no right to skip stages 3, 4, and 5. I had no right to put a plane up so soon.
Do I say that?
Don't you?
Brad, I'm with you. The plane was ready to launch. It worked. The booster didn't come off. Maybe next time we can put an emergency release in the cockpit.
There won't be any next time. It didn't mean a thing, did it, that he might have been killed?
No, Rita.
Just because he's a test pilot, just because he's flown all these years, you think he's immune to death? You think men like him never get killed?
But you said yourself that he...
You had no right to order him to take that plane up when he told you it wasn't ready.
I ordered.
You bullied him into it, threatening to kill the whole thing if he didn't hurry up.
Threatened.
What's one more life to men like you? All you have your mind on is machines. You ever think about people?
Now, look here, you two.
You shut up. It wasn't your life you were risking, was it? You can send other men to death and destruction with a wave of your hand, but do you ever take the chances?
You know what it means to fly anything but a plane that's been tested 1,000 times? Have you ever tested a plane?
Stand there calmly talking to him about the next time.
Because there's going to be a next time.
There is not.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is. I'm flying it.
Well, I'd say offhand you two owe this gentleman an apology.
The dumb fool wants to kill himself. Let him kill himself. What do I care?
Will you please stop using that word? Nobody's going to get killed. Mr. Canyon is a colonel in the Air Force. He's done a little flying in his time. He can take care of himself.
Don't talk to me about it. I don't care. It's his neck. Let him do what he wants to with it.
Oh, Mrs. Turton, please.
You can stay for dinner if you want to, Colonel. I'm making boiled turnips and fried mush.
Thanks, Mrs. Turton, but as a matter of fact...
As a matter of fact, Mrs. Turton, the colonel has other plans. He's taking me out to dinner.
Boiled turnips and fried mush.
Well, what would you rather have, boiled mush and fried turnips?
And another time when Brad had all these people over the apartment, all these big shots from the company. People that had him over to dinner from time to time, and he was returning his social obligations, you see. And you know what Mrs. Turton served?
Creamed sardines
Creamed?
with little soft boiled potatoes.
No, there's a balanced diet.
That's why I keep dropping in on him all the time, to see that he eats right. If I didn't, I think he'd get berry-berry. I'm afraid I was a little brazen inviting myself along tonight.
A little.
Naturally, I had an ulterior motive.
Naturally.
I wanted to explain something.
Well, go.
We gave ourselves away this afternoon, didn't we, Mrs. Turton and I?
I'm afraid you did.
That's a little game we play. We're not oblivious of the danger. We're very concerned for Brad. We do it to make things easier for him. If he thinks we worry, then he worries. His job is tough enough for him as it is.
The toughest.
Well, then tell me one thing. Why do you have to make it tougher?
Me?
Yes, you. Anybody that wears that uniform. Why are you always in such a hurry? It's always rush, rush, rush. Why don't you ever give people like Brad time enough to do a thorough job?
There are certain times when there is no time.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't believe that. Not for one single minute. There isn't anything in this world, if it's carefully planned, that has to be done in a hurry.
You're wrong. There are always things that have to be done in a hurry.
Nothing in this world.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Slow down. And you drink too fast.
Good luck, Colonel.
Thanks, Ed.
Anytime you're ready, Colonel.
Roger.
Clear canopy.
Engine okay, elevated.
Don't forget the emergency booster release.
If I need it. Power 100%.
Booster hot.
Afterburner on.
Green light.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1, fire!
Did it drop? Did it drop?
She dropped.
You're off and running, Colonel.
Hello, Brad.
Steve?
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, great. Steve.
I don't have to tell you how...
Save it, Brad.
Is Rita there?
Rita? Yeah, she's here. Hold on. It's the Air Force.
You don't have to repeat, Colonel. I can tell by his face it was a success.
That isn't what I called about. This time I've got the ulterior purpose.
Oh?
My orders are to take off by midnight.
Tonight?
There's about 6 hours between now and when I shove off. I'm at the field now, and I was wondering if you and I, well... You see, it's this way. Are you listening?
Rita? Are you still there? Rita?
Hello, Steve. What's going on? She grabbed her hat and coat and boomed out of here.
What's the rush?
No rush at all, Brad.
Zero elevation launching of fully armed supersonic aircraft is an accomplished fact and is now being placed in use by the United States Air Force. This film is dedicated to the management and employees of North American Aviation Incorporated, who developed this capability.